kind of trick you as to where the actual general sentiment is, right? So yeah, it's something like that. So if Ethereum's gonna follow this trend line, respectfully, it's gonna get tight. Oh shit, my sound's not working. You sure? Now my sound's working, dog. Just bossy, you hear me okay? Can you say DCA all day in the chat? Check, 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 check. Huh. Well, I'm gonna refresh. Y'all hear me okay? Come on now. Was this cat tripping on me, or was like it really not working? Ava, I appreciate you catching me there. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and if I'm talking to the air, that's cool. But I don't think I am because Ava at least caught me there. So I salute you. Thank you. So yeah, I really do think that we are just hanging out on this trend line here. Thanks, Boston. I appreciate you guys confirming that. Do you think this guy's whack? Let me know in the chat. Is this guy whack? I know that's not the Joe Biden. We're not going to talk about that, but financial freedom saying my sound's not working. Is he whack? Is his sound whack? I don't know. Anyways, so I do think on Ethereum, we're trying to make some sort of wedge happen just to confirm it out, but it has all of this other dookie price action. So granted, I get it. All of this stuff was like Ethereum's FUD on if it's a security or not. A lot of it was like Ethereum was under its whole proof of stake switch up. So I think that's what caused most of these down lows on Ethereum. But anyways, let's look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin's still riding that channel. It looks like we're trying to dip out of it. I don't think that's going to hold. I think it's going to snap back. But we'll certainly find that out. We've seen it hit way over this channel and way under it, so I'm not going to trip until we get confirmation of much lower lows if that ends up happening. Now, mind you, October 9th, SEC and Coinbase are going to finally complete whatever legal matters they had, right? And so I think that will be other positive news for Bitcoin if it comes out that way, or negative news if it comes out that way. But I expect positive, quite honestly. Gandhi, what's up, brother? I see you. Good morning. And indeed, happy freaking awesome Friday, Crypto Nation. Let's see you. So, Doge, let's take a peek at our little puppy dog. So, Doge. Again, really nice accumulation. We're seeing here. Yeah, what's up, man? I see you, girl. So I see us kind of like rocking down into this pocket, right? And everything inside this box is accumulation for me. So we're just breaking out of the accumulation zone. That doesn't mean you shouldn't pick some up, but it wasn't my target for accumulation. So who knows? Maybe Doge is going to rip and roar and actually have a rally over the weekend. I don't know. All I do know is that when Doge pumps, it's going to look real nice, and you're going to say, "Dang, homie, I wish I would have got some Doge." So I don't want that for you. Make sure you if you're interested in rolling the Doji dice, you got a little pocket. So from the top or from this bottom in this trend we have here to the top, we're looking at like 1,300% potential. So who knows? Maybe it's like 580%. Maybe we only get this high. That's still 220%. So I still think the risk reward is like looking nice on Doge. So I wouldn't trip about it. looks like a pretty solid entry point. And again, we're squeezing in here. The other piece I want you to pay attention to for bullish news on Doge is that Doge and Litecoin are both on the script algorithm. As we know, Litecoin is going to go through a halving on the 2nd of August. So that is not next week, but the following Wednesday. Okay, so we're really coming up on it. And what I fully expect to happen is whatever price action rip and roars on Litecoin will find itself afterwards in Doge. And so you can't quote me on it, but it's probably what you're going to see. I really do think Doge is about to have some sort of breakout. So the price action, the charting, all kind of points to that. The relevant parallel cryptocurrency context kind of indicates that. So that's my take on that. Do what you gonna do. Do what you gonna do. And interestingly, for looking at like traditional money coming into the space, we have Riot, which has been on a rally. Looks like a 500% rally from this bottom in January 23 up to here. And it's starting to maybe try to cool off. We're hitting resistance on this lineup here. And then Grayscale Bitcoin kind of pulling the same stunt. It's hitting resistance right here too, but its run up was more like 172% in that same time frame. So interesting. It seems we're starting to kind of hit some pressure on general sentiment in the space. Like, hey, are people for this? What are we on about? Also, make sure if you do have Doge and it's pumping, pay attention to the price and make sure you capture profits, because green is green. Don't ever concern yourself with, did I catch the top? Did I catch the bottom? Don't worry about that. Catch the top-ish and the bottom-ish and just lock in your profits. Green is green. Don't make sure you go through that mental exercise. Like, no fear of missing out. You can't do it. So let's get into our stories for the day, you lovely people. You lovely people. And, here we go. Here we go. So, we talked about the U.S. government doing some stuff. So check this. So, all of that Bitcoin that the U.S. government has, we confirmed some of it was sold. 8,200 Bitcoin was confirmed to be sold on the on-chain data. So to me, what that means is the government thinks maybe we're at a high, because I think they try to sell this profitably. So we'll see. Let's read this. So on-chain analysis at CryptoQuant have confirmed previous rumors that the United States government has sold another large batch of Bitcoin connected to the defunct darknet marketplace Silk Road. In a report shared with Crypto Potato, the firm said that the firm sold 8,200 BTC from Silk Road hackers James Ong on July 12th. This was slightly under previous estimates, indicating the government had moved roughly 9,826 from its known wallets. It's also less than the government's first confirmed sale of 9,861 BTC for $216 million in March. Most of the coins were moved in a single transaction of 9,319 Bitcoin, which sent 8,200 BTC to one address and 1,119 BTC to another address. The former address forwarded the 8,200 Bitcoin to different addresses. Each address received 79 Bitcoin, wrote CryptoQuant. These coins were eventually deposited into exchanges and recombined into fewer wallets. Though not confirmed, the other address with 1,119 BTC is believed to be controlled by the government. This address is highly likely the change address of the transaction. The firm said that the government still holds, look at this number, 195,000 So they have 195K Bitcoin. These are related to seizures from other criminal incidents, including the Bitfinex hack. So here's the government seized Bitcoin, and it looks like it came down on a little chunk. So they still have all that Bitcoin to sell. So interesting to see what correlations these timeframes play into. But yeah, that's that news. So congratulations to whoever bought 8,200 Bitcoin at 29,000 or so. My nose is itchy. Congratulations to you. Yeah. Hackers compromised Uniswap founder Twitter account to promote scam. So Hayden Adams' account released a tweet encouraging its more than 254,000 followers to click a malicious link. Ugh. Falsely claiming users' tokens were at risk. Ouch, dude. So this is a big deal because this came from a legitimate official Twitter and told people their tokens were at risk if they don't do something. So that's actually very trustworthy. Like that was a nasty hack. I wonder how this happened, if the person has multi-factor authentication on, but good question. Let's read here. Members of crypto Twitter have quickly identified and warned others against a scam being pushed by Uniswap founder Hayden Adams' compromised account. Now, mind you, Hayden Adams' compromised account is not the official company account. So, like, if stuff like this happens, it's not going to come from just one person's account. It's going to come from like the official account, and chances are they're probably going to use something else official. So there'll be like multiple points from the official source that this is indeed the news, and you need to pay attention to it, right? It won't just come from one official person, but non-official account. So Web3 security alerts channel on Telegram notified followers the Adams Twitter account had been compromised on July 20th. The account from Uniswap founder and CEO released a tweet to its more than 254,000 followers, falsely claiming that the platform's Permit 2 contract had been affected by an unknown exploit and users' tokens were at risk, encouraging them to click on a malicious link. So here's what that looked like. Yeah, yikes. First scam tweet was only live for a few minutes before being removed, but similar incidents were also posted, nearly identical. At the time of publication, many were still viewable to Twitter users. Web3 security alerts reported Adams had also been blocked from his accounts with MetaMask and Coinbase wallet. Ouch. Bro, that hurts. It hurts. Twitter account had been hacked. Please do not click on any links. There's no giveaway, airdrop, or bounty. I clicked on something. Why? The protocol has not been hacked or exploited. We will let you know when we resolve the issue. Well, bad actors utilize social media platforms to try and con users out of crypto assets or fiat is nothing new. But those behind the firms have attempted to reduce the number and frequency of those cons. Twitter executive chair Elon Musk, aka Refrigerator Man, announced on July 1st the platform would be temporarily limiting the number of posts each will be allowed to read daily in an effort to detect and eliminate bots and other bad actors. On July 6th, social media firm Meta launched Threads, an embarrassing microblogging app expected to rival Twitter. It's not. Though the platform reached more than 100 million users in a matter of days, scammers promoting fake non-fungible token projects and impersonating other crypto Twitter personalities have already appeared. My opinion is the only thing Meta has that's going to be successful is Facebook with boomers and I think Instagram. Other than that, downvote. That's just my take on it. What do I know? What do you know? Yeah, what's your take on that, by the way? Any of you guys using threads, intending to use threads? Do you think Meta is a, NSA, CIA scam or something? Like, let me know in the chat. I'm interested to hear. Ethereum Rivals are dead on arrival, says Cumberland's Van Borg, which is a crazy name. What computational ability is possible on Solana that isn't possible on Arbitrum or Optimism at this point? That's a fair question. Ethereum's much bigger. And that guy's hand's going to get sliced up if that falls. I'm just saying. Despite the crypto market's turn towards a cautiously positive sentiment, things aren't looking good for Ethereum's competitors, according to Jonah Van Borg. On the 1000X podcast, Cumberland's global head of trading says user accounts and wallet addresses have plateaued on alternative layer 1 blockchains. Interesting. Your Solanas, Nears, Polkadots, and all these coins, these ecosystems are dead on arrival at this point. In the meantime, Ethereum Layer 2 solutions like Arbitrum and Optimism are flourishing, Van Borg says, according to Blockworks Research and TVL, or Total Value Locked, a measure of the monetary value that resides in a blockchain's ecosystem is comparatively low on competing chains. Current value locked in Solana at approximately $320 million, a little more than 1% on Ethereum's TVL, which is currently around $26 billion. Yeah, Boston says, man, yeah, I don't think you could trust anything. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's true. With I don't know, man. It really seems like Facebook was made originally just as a college project and then was hijacked in order to basically have people do all the detective work for the bureaus, like detectives used to literally have to go around and be like, so who are your friends? Who's in your friend circles? What interests do you share with those people? How often do you speak with, Charlie Daniels? Like they'd have to ask you all these questions about who you interact with, but now they can just like read your Facebook and all that information is pretty easy to find, and they get a bunch of pictures of what you look like, and it becomes this very, very easy detective work, and you're handing it to them on a silver platter. I think that's what Facebook was originally. I don't know what they're still using it for, but I know people were prosecuted during the last few years because of stuff they did and said on Facebook. So I don't know. Who knows, man? That coffee's freaking good. Ethereum-based layer 2 chains, Arbitrum and Optimism, are trending positively and already overshadow Solana's TVL with values of approximately $2 billion and $900 million, respectively. So interesting. Yeah, Ethereum's total value locked is just way, way bigger. So it's the multi-chain thesis still alive for the next cycle? That's a great question. From an architecture perspective, people used to think like there'd be a ton of chains that would all be interchain, and I still think that's going to be a thing. But the question is like, is that the thesis people are operating on for price action and trading? Maybe. We'll see. I do know that like Cosmos, for example, is kind of a world unto its own. It's very, very big, lots of development, lots of inter-blockchain connection, but not super focused on Ethereum, as opposed to Ethereum had to have Polygon pop up to kind of dig it out of its hole. Solana popped up. There's a good handful of things that had to pop up because Ethereum wasn't proving to scale properly. So this guy says, I vote no. I think it's time to write it off. Let's hear his logic here. So the greed factor. So Avi Feldman, Golden Tree's head of digital assets trading, is quick to disagree. Greed is too large to write it off, he said. You get projects that are willing to build on things like Solana, Avalanche, and Near, and all these other protocols because they're a competent, good team and they can win that space. And that's fair. Incentive programs will draw value to competing protocols, Feldman argues, when the bull market comes back. But incentive programs have been the only draw for the competing chains. That doesn't last forever. That's probably fair. Feldman expects competing chains to experience a renaissance due to their novelty and the greed factor, arguing that by onboarding people with incentives, they may potentially reach escape velocity to become real projects, air quotes. Referring to a previous interview with Galaxy Digital's Mike Novogratz, Van Borg says the next bull cycle will be the show me stage of crypto, whereby projects need to prove their worth at a practical level. I agree with that. I think that's exactly where we're at. What computational ability is Solana on? Or I'm sorry, what computational ability is possible on Solana that is not possible on Arbitrum or Optimism at this point, he asks. Feldman says it's not so much about the tech itself, but instead a matter of use case fit. Constraint is not always the tech. The constraint is figuring out what to do with the tech, he says. Yeah, you want to see what I'm working with, man? It's freaking huge. Look at these muscles. Van Berg agrees that but suggests the argument only further proves his point. If it isn't about the tech, what's the advantage of the shiny alternative layer ones versus Ethereum? Ethereum, he says, gives you everything you need right now for today's limited slate of use cases. Yeah, and it's expensive whenever people are using it. So fix that, dude, and I think people will, but it's expensive, and it's we've seen it get bottlenecked like crazy for several occasions. If ETH was bowling over because of too many people trying to use it, which is what he's saying, or too much throughput, then you have an alternative layer one thesis right there. Yeah, and really, I think what we need to see is a stress test. And in this bear market, we're certainly not seeing it. And this whole proof of stake switch happened in a bear market. And so I think people are going to have to pump up the hype, stress test Ethereum, and see what it can do if the demand is there. And that's going to answer a lot of these questions, right? I see a Schwartz that's as big as mine. Nice. Spaceballs reference. I see you. I see you. Here's our headline for the day. What the McHell, right? So McDonald's opens McNuggets in let's see here. They open McNuggets land in the metaverse. So you can now in the metaverse go to McNuggets land and you can terrorize people if you want to do that. You sure can. Fast food giant celebrating its 40th anniversary of the menu item with perplexing new Web3 activation. By the way, do you know the history of McNuggets? So McDonald's hired a Michelin top chef, and we're like, hey, we need to have some product that can beat Burger King, because Burger King was laying down the Whopper whoop ass, and basically this guy was like coming up with all these different things. He came up with this like onion nugget. Like he like chopped up onions and covered them in batter and deep fried them, and people were trying them. They're like, this is good, but this isn't gonna like make people not go to Burger King. And he eventually some other guy who was in there talking to Ray Kroc, I think, was like, do this with chicken. Take this chicken, which is good chicken strips, but chop that up into like a pate and then fry that and make breaded chicken that's in fun shapes. And so he's like, okay, sure. And so he did that, and they loved it, and that's how chicken nuggets got started. And then the other that's McDonald's gourmet history of how chicken nuggets are actually invented by a gourmet chef who was hired by McDonald's. So freaking weird, right? So now whenever you're dunking your chicken nuggets, just think, this is such a far cry from what it used to be, but I still like it. Okay. So that brought to you by ADHD. Let's continue. McDonald's is celebrating the 40th anniversary of Chicken McNuggets by opening something called McNuggets Land in Metaverse platform The Sandbox. So I haven't messed with The Sandbox yet. Let me know in the chat. Has anyone played around with this metaverse called The Sandbox? Let me know. People with cheese. Yuck. Don't do that. It's not the first time the fast food giant has shown interest in virtual worlds. The company filed a patent application to operate a virtual restaurant online featuring home delivery in 2022. But given the downturn in consumer and VC interest in Web3, it begs the question, why now? Why this? And is Grimace still there? That's fair. Also, what is Grimace doing to the chicken nuggets in the back? That's what I want to know. Joining the land of McNuggets, which took me 2 attempts in over 10 minutes. You are great. Oh, my goodness, really? This guy had to try twice, and it took him 10 minutes just to even get in. So the technology is popping, is what that means. You're greeted with a pixelated McNugget character, such as Coach McNugget, and his assistant, creatively named Assistant Coach McNugget. Oh, my goodness. Coach McNugget and Assistant Coach McNugget. That's so great. Coach McNugget invites players to start the fun by finding 4 McDonald's signs. And what gamer doesn't seek an adventure like this? But off I went to find them. By playing the game, players can earn rewards, including 100,000 sand, share prize pool, roughly $44,000, and mystery boxes, according to press release. The experience is spearheaded by the Hong Kong arm, of course, of McDonald's, and Hong Kong users have the chance to win coupons as well as big prizes. 365-day free chicken McNuggets. Wow. I mean, how much does that possibly cost, right? The blocky world is adorned with the catchphrase, please share, on signs and in cartoonish speech bubbles, which is meant to encourage sharing nuggets with friends, but comes off as a desperate plea. I'm reminded of Jeb Bush's sad call to please clap on the 2016 campaign trail. Oh, I love this so much. Randy Lai, the CEO of McDonald's Hong Kong, said that McDonald's has always strived to deliver innovative experiences and happy moments. But unlike the recent viral Grimace birthday shake celebration in the United States. Have you seen that, by the way? I'll pull that up after. The experience feels acutely marketed. The pixelated McNuggets spewing salesy phrases as part of the gamified experience. After being told which sauce each anthropomorphic nugget wants to dip itself in before meeting its glorious end, I was ready to exit the virtual golden arches. Oh, man. So, let me see if I can get in here 1 second. Yeah, I'm almost there. Maybe. Fuck that up. Well, no McGrimace shake for you. But yeah, basically there was a big joke about there being this Grimace shake and people were just dying when they were eating it. The CEO of Sandbox, Sebastian Bourget, says in a press release that collaborating with global brands like McDonald's, which is extensive with its extensive customer base, takes Sandbox to a new level and brings us closer to realizing the ultimate goal of mass adoption of the metaverse. Let me know in the chat. Do you think metaverse is ever going to be mass adopted, or do you think it's corny? Let me know. But does it? The Sandbox has had a number of big brand launch experiences and virtual worlds within its metaverse, including Adidas, Atari, Gucci, and many others. Personally found the Sandbox much easier to navigate and generally more fun than its rival Decentraland, which, I mean, that's Facebook, right? Is it Decentraland Facebook? Meta equals data. Decentraland, I know it was Ethereum. Who owned that? I don't know. I'll look that up later. Apparently, I need to brush up my metaverse history. So, which has struggled with maintaining a robust number of daily users. That said, would I visit the sandbox if my job was not to cover Web3? Probably not. That's very honest. Brands have been trying activations in various metaverses for years that often toe the line between whimsical and cringe, from Snapple opening a bodega to Taco Bell hosting a metaverse wedding. Gross. No. No! When food or drink is introduced into these experiences, people can't help but wonder what the point of Miller Lite's Meta Life Bar or Spice Maker's McCormick House of Flavor, what the hell, was. But you can't eat or drink or smell anything in the metaverse, so why? Recently, we saw a convenience store 7-Eleven offer free Slurpee non-fungible tokens. That's cool. As part of their annual 7-Eleven day. The same day, snack brand Slim Jim launched the Metaverse, or Metaverse, it's corny, and invited people to mint a Giga Gym NFT. Dude, Slim Jims coat the top of your mouth with like low grade pork fat. What is that about? You get like this waxy fat film on top of your mouth, and your breath smells like dog food. So with both activations, some saw enthusiasm on Twitter upon launch. These gimmicky launches have melted into irrelevance already, with very few people talking about or trading NFTs with either one less than 2 weeks later. What's McGood? McMornin. With much of the venture capital money moving from the metaverse to AI giants like Disney shuttering their metaverse arms, brands throwing their hats in the Web3 ring now seem ill-timed. Yeah, it seems like it's just something someone came up with that's on somebody's Jira board. Like, it's just like, yeah, you finished that yet? Yeah, I should just knock that out so I can take something else. Launches, which may have seemed silly but fun when crypto was riding high, seems embarrassing and strange in 2023's atmosphere of Securities and Exchange Commission crackdowns and ongoing crypto winter. Real talk, though. If brands like McDonald's want to have success in Web3, they have to give people a better why than what McNuggets Lands offers. Starbucks Odyssey, the coffee company's loyalty program in Web3, has hit snags along the way, but makes more inherent sense by tying in its customers' existing behaviors, buying coffee in their real stores with virtual rewards, digital collectibles that get extra value to activities they already do. Along the way, Starbucks is creating a community and gathering valuable feedback it can incorporate when it rolls out Odyssey for all customers. Yeah. So the unhappiest meal of all in McNuggets Lands, there was no grimace in sight. Yeah. And, this whole grimace shake thing is pretty funny. I wonder. Yeah, I'll just show you this. It's this like grotesque purple shake, and there's just a ton of, and like, I gotta stop it and share it again so it has audio, but this is pretty funny, actually.
Happy birthday, Grimace. We're going to give it a try. Seems like it's good.
Just got the new Grimace shake.
That's just the meme. People are just like, it seems like it's pretty good, and then they'll just have like, somehow they're in a terrible situation. They're in some like horror scenario. Oh man, memes like that can whale projects so hard. It's great. Anyways, I apologize for being so silly. I apologize. I do want to say too, we are going to be making a few changes on Centralized TV. We'll be seeing a lot more short form content, and this is like the algorithm, right? The algorithm's putting us in this position where short form content is pretty much the only thing that you're rewarded for. Other thing too is we're getting into the political season, and as you've already seen, tons and tons of politics are starting to intersect into crypto. And so I don't want to be putting DCTV at risk to say what I think needs to be said. And so, I kicked off a channel for Crypto and Coffee that's going to be on its own YouTube channel. And we'll be doing videos throughout the week, giving people all the same news, but just not in a live context. But Fridays are special. I'm still going to be doing live shows on Fridays at the same time you're used to right now. So take a look at that. You'll just be able to search Crypto and Coffee and find that. But today's a good day. You'll see a whole lot more Web3 stuff on DCTV. The focus will not just be crypto; it'll be all of Web3. So all of Web3 and also lots of short form content. And there's this guy you might be familiar with. I think his name's Peter. He'll be doing a lot of content coming up too. So don't be surprised if you start seeing Peter a little bit more here on Centralized TV in the short form content. So please, if you would, engage in both of those things. Engage strongly with all the Web3 stuff, all the shorts that Peter's going to be putting out. I'm going to be putting out on Centralized TV. But also, if you love the crypto specific, not short form, but short-ish form, and the live streams, please come over to Crypto and Coffee and support that there. We'll hang out. We'll still keep doing what we're doing. And that make sure that DCTV can be successful in however the algorithms are throwing us around. And we'll also have another channel in our ecosystem that you can come and hang out and talk about crypto and drink about coffee. So hope that's exciting to everybody. But let's keep reading some news here. I just wanted to break that because I know people start to drop off the stream near the end here. So, I love you, and give me one, man, those grimace shakes things are funny. The channel, I'm pretty sure you can just do it this way. Como se dice? Yeah, I will post in our Discord when I'm posting some videos, so you can easily find the channel. But yeah, if you would support that too, we'll make a nice big community that's easy to find all over the internets. So let's keep reading here. UK strongly disagrees recommendation to regulate crypto as gambling. Ugh, I love that. You know how much that would suck though if crypto was considered just gambling? You're like, no, dude, like this is investing in technology. The United Kingdom's Economic and Financial Ministry, the HM Treasury, has strongly denied proposals by the House of Commons Treasury Committee to regulate cryptocurrencies like gambling. The UK Treasury Committee had called for unbacked cryptocurrencies to be regulated like gambling in May. A panel of lawmakers noted at the time that speculation in these assets is more closely resembles gambling than it does financial services. However, in a response on Thursday, Britain's Financial Service Minister Andrew Griffith said that the exchequer, I've never seen that word in my life. Is that a typo? Is that a real word? Oh, it's a real word. The British government's department charged with collection and management of, well, I'm not English. That's the reason. I clicked the wrong thing. Lord, forgive me. Lord, help. Lord, help. There we go. Forgive me. I clicked the wrong button. Stupid data lord. Treating cryptos as a form of gambling would run completely counter to global agreed recommendations from international organizations and standard-setting bodies, including International Organizations of Securities and Commission and the G20 Financial Stability Board. Yeah, that's kind of big league. Griffith further said a system of gambling regulation could fail to mitigate many critical risks, such as commingling of customer assets alleged on the failed crypto exchange FTX. It would not address market manipulation, inadequate prudential arrangements, and deficiencies in core financial risk management practices, the UK government said. A financial services regulator framework is more appropriate for addressing the risks of unbacked crypto assets and creating the conditions for safe innovation. The government further said they are already working to regulate the crypto market, and a proposed regulatory legislation was laid with Parliament. The legislation may come into force by the end of the year, the government added. HM Treasury and the FCA will work with the industry to ensure crypto firms are made fully aware of the standards required and approved at the FSMA gateway. So we believe the recommendation is consistent with the current UK government's approach, which is principally focused on regulating crypto asset activity, clarifying tax treatment of crypto asset activity, and participating in certain international organizations to shape and develop international standards and recommendations. So they're basically like, yo, kick rocks. This isn't gambling. We're not playing this game. Get the hell out of here. Which is good for them, man. Good for the UK for taking a stand on this. We're seeing a lot of countries really come out in favor of reasonable crypto strategies, and I'm for it. I'm all for it. That is nearly our show for the day. I do want to say one more thing. I almost worked for this company and almost was like lead of their IT. And apparently they got hacked by North Korea. They basically do a competitor service to Active Directory and for like a lot of Mac and Linux and Google environments. And yeah, apparently North Korea ripped them up. So it's partially crypto related, but I just wanted to say, shout outs to the good Lord above for not letting me work at that company, because I would hate to be responsible for North Korea pwning a company. That'd be pretty rough. So random information for you because I love you. So go ahead and keep an eye out for the new Crypto and Coffee YouTube channel. If you would throw some support there. Also, please engage and look forward to all of the Web3 focused content that will be dropped on Decentralized TV with myself and with Peter and any other guests that we might pop on to that show. We are really trying to position this entire platform for Decentralized TV to be a safe place for new people to come in and ask questions and feed their curiosities, and then also learn about crypto in the process. So please stay tuned. We love you. And until next time, keep calm and huddle on, baby. DCA Friday, go ahead and get your DCA in. You got to get that DCA. And, we're going out like this. We're going out like this.
Mysterium ICO. Mysterium Good Investment. Mysterium Cryptocurrency. To the moon. Mysterium Decentralized VPN. Mysterium Virtual Private Network. Private Network. Mysterium Bitcoin. Mysterium Good Investment. Should I invest in Mysterium? Is Mysterium a good coin? Mysterium coin. Mysterium cryptocurrency. Mysterium. Mysterium. Mysterium coin. Mysterium coin. Mysterium coin. Mysterium coin.